Before the apocalypse hits, you face three choices. What would you pick? First, unlimited food and drinks. Second, a golden desert eagle with endless ammo. Third, a can of hairspray that makes you insanely handsome. I knew in advance that the extreme cold apocalypse would arrive in 3 hours. Human living conditions would keep worsening, and a zombie virus was about to break out. Order and rules would gradually collapse in the apocalypse. Food shortage would be the key problem, so I chose the first option without hesitation. Selection successful host has now obtained unlimited food. My heart raced with excitement as I whispered to myself, "Get me a Coke with light ice, I'm a bit thirsty." In the blink of an eye, an iced Coke appeared in my hand. I could barely contain my excitement. This is actually real great. The apocalypse is coming. The rules of survival are about to change. I don't have to live that hard life anymore. It's time for a new life starting today. I don't eat beef system. Get me 10 more beef skewers. As I ate the beef skewers, a message from my girlfriend popped up. I got into grad school. There's something we need to talk about. We should break up. You have to understand we're not in the same world anymore. You're just a guy making $3,000 a month while I'm a grad student now. My future is bright. I know this is a bit cruel to you. You supported me through grad school these past years, but I also gave you years of my youth. Or even don't contact me again. This is the end. Looking at those cold words, my heart ached for a moment. But then I let it go and let out a cold laugh. Ha ha ha! Luna, you're gonna regret this. The system's notification sounded again to ensure the host's survival. This system will provide daily check-in reward options at midnight every day, including weapons and equipment supplies and materials physical enhancement. The host can choose one item to check in every day at this moment. I was full of anticipation for the apocalypse. In the old world, I was a nobody. But in the coming apocalypse, I'm gonna turn my life around completely. The more I thought about it, the happier I got. I hopped on my electric bike and headed back to my apartment. As I waited for the elevator, a disgusted voice came from beside me. "Get away from me, blue collar, you reek of sweat." I turned around and saw Sophie in her bank uniform. She held her nose and stared at me with full disgust. Sophie was my neighbor. I lived in 501. She lived in 502 with her new husband, Ryan. They got married a month ago. I'd seen Sophie in her wedding dress from afar before, and she was absolutely stunning. She was easily a 9 out of 10 way better looking than my ex-girlfriend who just dumped me. She was exactly the kind of woman that makes guys get why everyone's obsessed with hot married women. Looking at Sophie now, a meaningful smile slowly spread across my face. Sophie frowned, her face full of impatience. "Keep staring and I'll gouge your eyes out. I'm already tired from a full day of work. I don't need to reek of a loser like you after work. This is so gross." Her husband Ryan was a corporate executive. They saw themselves as social elites and looked down on blue-collar workers like me from the bottom of their hearts. The elevator arrived. I stepped inside. Sophie clearly planned to wait for the next one right before the elevator doors closed. I suddenly spoke in a cold voice, "If you get hungry, come find me tonight," the moment the door closed. Sophie trembled all over, then burst into a fit of rage. "Who do you think you are? I'd go to you for food. Are you crazy?" Back in my apartment, I started rummaging through the closet. The extreme cold apocalypse is coming for real. I need to get my down jackets and blankets first. A sharp and loud knock on the door rang out. Sophie's voice came from outside. "Hey, blue collar, come out and explain what you meant earlier. Come out, don't hide in there. I know you're home." Just then, her husband Ryan opened the door when he heard the noise and asked what's wrong. "Why are you banging on that blue collar guy's door, baby? This loser just hit on me. I'm gonna make sure he can't live here anymore. This kid wants a beating." "Don't worry, baby, I'll make sure he..." Before Ryan could finish, he looked up and met my cold, angry gaze. His confidence instantly faded. He looked weak and bookish. While I did manual work all year round and was way more muscular. If we actually got into a fight, it was obvious who would win.